Emojis and cell phones. It's kind of funny how we've come full circle and start talking to each other as if we were using Egyptian hieroglyphics. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Doctor Who Season 10, Episode 2, Smile. And we're back pretty much exactly where we left off with his new companion showing up in the TARDIS. Now, last week I said that I thought there was some sort of trick going on where he was going to have already stayed at the school for some extended period of time, and that the doctor that we saw was from some point in the future come back to have his adventure. And I was totally wrong, because almost instantly he's reminded, hey, you have an oath, you're supposed to be staying here. And a minute or two of the episode is spent with, hey, aren't you worried something could go wrong? And of course, the doctor and his new companion have a pretty good rapport about that. Let's get into the weeds, though, and talk about what happened. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. As has been a going theme with Doctor Who, he gives them a choice, future or past. And she says future. And when he asks why, she wants to see if it's a happy future or a sad future. I've got some bad news for you. If you're in Doctor Who, there's going to be a lot of sad future. But he takes her to a world where humans have colonized, and as she puts it, they now communicate in emoji. Tonight's episode has a familiar running theme, something that we've seen in Doctor Who many times over the years, and sci-fi almost all the time. We created something, some form of technology, and that technology turns on us. And why is that a powerful and good theme to use in sci-fi? Because it's one of those warning things. Did we go too far? Did we create an app for our phone that is going to kill us? Our new companion also asks a question that's one of those themes that doesn't come up so often in Doctor Who. Does he have the right to interfere? Who gives the Doctor the right to blow up a spaceship just because the spaceship's dangerous? And of course the answer is, I'm just helping out, I'm doing what I can. I just happen to be passing by. And she catches him in that lie too. You're never just passing by, you're always in the middle of it. And that's kind of cool for a new companion to realize it so soon. Because yeah, Doctor Who's a bit of a busybody, and gets himself involved in everything. Now, last week I said that most good episodes of Doctor Who start off as horror movies and become a sci-fi space adventure. And this one's no different. We have the horror movie monsters that are ripping people apart and turning them into fertilizer. But then we have, hey wait, we can't just run away, we can't just beat the bad guys. Because you see, the bad guys are the world, and the world is needed for humans. So, let's be honest here. The entire world is at stake, and possibly the entire human race. So what's the Doctor going to do? Doctor's going to come up with some crazy elaborate plan to figure out a way to stop the human race from ending. It's kind of what he does. So what is his ingenious plan? Well, the same thing every tech support person will ever tell you. Just turn the computer off and on again. And if that doesn't work, well, maybe try it again. Alright, so these creatures, these robots, are capable of doing amazing things. They are the city itself. The city itself is alive as these tiny little robots. And he's decided that they're an emergent life form, an AI. And he recreates them without any memory of what's going on, and then tries to negotiate a way for the people of Earth to live with them. Now, I will admit, I do think that it was super cute when the image of the pound sign came up in their eyes. That's their equivalent of a dollar sign over in England. But at the same time, I do have to wonder whether or not the idea of money is really the first thing he should have introduced a new emergent species to. But okay. Then he kind of just leaves, which is, of course, one of the main problems with the Doctor. He starts something and then just hopes for the best. In this case, he's left two indigenous species that don't really get along that well together, and who knows how that's going to work out, especially since the human leader is still kind of holding a grudge for that whole you killed people, you killed our advanced agents, and let's not forget, we created you to be servants. Now, they tried to make a whole, oh, well, there's this whole, they were slaves, but not really. I mean, a robot, even an AI coming out, I don't think quite works as a slave analogy. Although it kind of does in Westworld, it doesn't really in this. there's also the question of exactly how the episode ends. Because you see, the Doctor has a history of not being able to actually drive his TARDIS. I thought we had gotten pretty past that with Capaldi. Capaldi's been pretty good with pinpoint dropping of where the TARDIS lands and when the TARDIS lands. But now, at the end of tonight's episode, boom, they're not where they're supposed to be. So, my question to you for this week is, do you think that this is the way things are going to go, that the entire adventure is going to be, and then poof, we're back to where we started, and that tea is finally made? I'm hesitant to give a rating on an individual episode. I normally do it at the mid-season and the end of the season. But in this case, this wasn't as good as the last episode, which was the first of a new series, and it wasn't really a bad episode. I'd give it middle of the road. All in all, I'm looking forward to the new Capaldi and companion, but for now, as always, I need to ask you to do some things for me. So if you could like and share this video, and hit that subscribe button to help me build the community, so that together we can take a look at all the shows, and all the stories, as we take a walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.